All right, what's going on, guys? We are back with another Dokkan battle video, and today we are going to be talking hidden potential builds for the Part 1 LRs, the LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku Daima, as well as the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta Daima. Now, I've gotten a few questions on how to build these characters or how I build these characters. So in this video, we are going to go through this real quick. I will preface this with saying I don't think there's really a bad way to build either of these characters. They are both very, very good. They both have their own like unique style in the way that you want to play with them, but like ultimately the way you build these characters is entirely up to you. It's entirely up to your play style and how you plan on using these guys on certain teams and so on, what event you're fighting. You know, there's so many factors that go into a hidden potential build for a character that there's no one right answer. So that's how I want to start the video. That's what I want to preface this all with. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. You know, if what I have for my characters does not match up to exactly what you want for your characters, that's okay. But I will tell you how exactly I plan on building these guys and how I plan on utilizing them, why I've built them this certain way, all that good stuff. So let's go ahead, let's jump in here. We're going to start off with the boy Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Now, he is the big boy. He is the Dokkan Fest, the headliner, the Part 1. So I wanted to make sure to really look at this guy and see what I could do to maximize his abilities. So if we're looking at what he's doing, he is built to hit like a truck, to hit like a freight train, right? His whole purpose here is he is building up his attack, right? Attack and defense 400, attack and defense 400. He got another attack here. He's got his chance to crit already built in. He does already have a great chance to launch an additional. Then you go down here, he's got more crit. He's giving attack. He's got more crit. Like, you can tell just by the way he's built, they want you hitting hard. They want you hitting these opponents with some force. Plus the fact that he does have the EX super attack, which does need to be procced by a, I don't even know how they show it on this site right now. But yeah, he's got the EX super attack that does need to be procced by performing a crit. And then, you know, has 77% chance of it being the EX super. But basically what that super is going to do is going to cause some massive freaking damage. It's going to boost your stats up incredibly high. So that is 100% what we want from this guy here. So the way that I built him out is trying to maximize his damage. His defense is already pretty good. I think a lot of people kind of slept on the way his defense works. He gets a lot of defense. So he can take these hits pretty well. And if you're able to launch off a bunch of attacks, he's going to be even better off. So basically, we'll switch over to the game here real quick. If you look at the way that I built Goku out here, I went for maximizing his attack, his damage. Now, again, like I said, there is no real wrong way to build this guy. For me personally, knowing that he is a damage dealer, he is an attacker, he wants that EX super to really buff everything up. You know, if you don't hit that EX super, you start to see those numbers kind of drop down. You're kind of like, oh, great, like this kind of sucks. So in your mind, you're already thinking you want him hitting hard, you want him hitting heavy. So I maximize his attack, I maximize his damage. Obviously gave him in some dodge there as well for some survivability. A little bit of added crit just to kind of help out with that, you know, that crit proc that we do need for his EX super. Not a whole ton because he does have a bunch already built into his kit. So didn't go too crazy there, but then I also did want to maximize his additionals because again, once you get that EX super off, you're going to raise your attack sets up crazy high. Then from there, any additional you do is going to hit like crazy. So basically what I did here was put in some, you know, attack stat, skill orbs, did a little bit of the crit, added some additional, and basically went more additional and attack. So I really want him hitting very hard. That's the way I like to build this guy. You don't see me building characters like this very often. I'll tell you that right now. Usually you will see me like heavy on the dodge, heavy on the defense, and you can still do that with him and he will still perform incredibly well, right? So like I said, no bad build for Goku whatsoever. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to look over at Vegeta. So I'll pull Vegeta up here. Let's actually go in a little bit closer here so we can actually see this a little bit better. So looking at Vegeta himself, right? This dude is a little bit more. He's a little bit more different than Goku was, right? So he is not a heavy damage dealer, at least not my experience of using him. All right, his attacks don't hit very hard. He doesn't have the crazy amount of crit like Goku does, you know. So for me, Vegeta is more of a utility asset. He definitely helps out with, like, obviously, like, his biggest thing here is giving this guard to his allies here. We definitely want to utilize this, right? So superclass Daima characters are going to guard, superclass Daima allies guard. We want him getting this, right? This is what we are looking for. So everything else is kind of just helpful, right? That, at least that's the way that I've used him. His EX supers are going to be crucial. And the only way you get those is by doing additionals, right? You have to launch additional supers in order to proc his EX super. Once he gets that EX super off, he does some really good damage. So we definitely want him utilizing that as well. And I don't know where they put it on this site, if they even did yet. So I might have to pull it up on another site to see, like, the actual, like, the stats for what his EX super is doing. Yeah, so we got it right here over on the Dokkan info site. So this is his EX super. So greatly raise attack and raises defense for 4 turns, a lot mega colossal damage, and raise allies defense by 10% for 3 turns. You want this, right? Again, utility. He is helping out his allies. He's building their defense, which, dude, defense wins games, man. That's it. Defense, dodge, all that good stuff. It wins the matches. It wins the games, because if you can withstand the hits, you're going to survive, right? You're going to do well. You're going to get through the event. Even if it takes you longer because you're not hitting as hard, you're going to win the event if you can't die. So defense is huge. He gets that on his EX super. You can launch multiple of these in a turn. So with that being said, we jump over to Vegeta. Additionals and dodge heavy is kind of where I went with this guy. Some raw defense thrown in there. A little bit of extra crit thrown in there just for when he does launch all of these additional attacks. It'd be nice to get a little bit of extra damage in there based off the crits, but it's not a completely 100% necessary thing. So, in my opinion, more defense, more dodge, and a lot more additional, right? So, you want this boy launching EX super after EX super after EX super, ideally, right? It is a 50% proc for it with the additionals, but the more chances you give him, the better. And then again, survivability, the defense, the dodge, that stuff is going to come in very heavy, and that is what we want from our boy Vegeta here. So this really is all I wanted to kind of cover in this video. Just going over again, these guys is what their kits are, how to basically utilize them, how to build out their hidden potentials to maximize their potential. And like I said, there's really no wrong way to do it. These characters are both so incredibly good, especially when run on their own teams, especially when you like got a full Daima team. Like they're that's the whole nother level. But like, there is just no wrong way to really do this. So if you want to go off the way that I showed, have at it. If you have a different play style and you want to go that route, right? Maybe you like Vegeta doing more attacks. Maybe you want more crit on Vegeta. Maybe Goku, you want him a little more defensive. You run into some situations where he's getting you killed or he's taking a lot of damage. You want more defense. You want more dodge. Dude, that's totally fine. His damage is going to take care of itself without the added buff. It's just a little bit of more. And then Vegeta obviously has the additionals already built into his kit. So he's going to do this whether or not you put additionals in his hidden potential. But I like to give him the fact of the chance of doing more. So that's really it for this video. So yeah, dude, I love these characters so much. I think they are so fun. I think, again, there's no wrong way to do this, no wrong way to go about it, just because they are so incredibly powerful and just all around so fun to run. So hopefully you guys are enjoying these characters. If you were, able to pull them. I know some people did not get very lucky, were not able to pull them, but if you did, hopefully you are enjoying these characters. Hopefully, you know, you take my advice here, or, you know, my, I guess, insight on, you know, ways to kind of build these guys out. And again, at the end of the day, entirely up to you. It's entirely up to how you love to play the game. This is your game. It is not a PvP. It is just you versus the bots, man. So however you like to play, whatever is the most fun way for you, have at it, dude, and just like have a freaking good time. Enjoy the 11th anniversary. What's left of part 1, part 2. I mean, we're gonna get the live announcement here in a couple days, so we'll be knowing what's coming up next, and then we'll do this all over again with those units. And if you want to see this with other units too, let me know, and I will do some more of these, because again, I like to talk about like my thoughts behind how I build out my characters, how I play the game, all that good stuff. So if you guys want more of these, let me know. If you guys want specific characters, let me know, and I will definitely do that for you. If you guys did stick around in this video, I do appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Let me know what you guys think of my build for the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Do you think it's really good? Do you agree with it? Do you think it's crap? Do you not agree with it? Let me know. And then obviously let me know down below the build that you guys have for each of your characters and how you like to utilize them most. And then of course, like I said, if there are more characters you would like me to do this for, drop that down below as well, and I'll get that done for you. So that's it. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See you.